Namaste everyone. Welcome to Friday Talk. In this episode, we are talking about range of topics from program registration, PAL validity, spousal open work permit, and programs that are eligible for spousal open work permit. It could be bachelor's degree and master's degree and master's in business administration in public university, that is TRU. We are primarily covering this topic in this episode. Mr. Kandel, let's begin with the topic. How was pre-departure session yesterday night?
Yes, so thank you, Mr. Regmi, and thank you everyone who participated in the pre-departure session. It was online. We used to do physical pre-departure sessions in our year cycle, but due to different circumstances, we decided to do online pre-departure session, and it was very wonderful to meet all of you. Yeah, it was good, and hope everyone had the idea on various topics like course registration, air tickets, room and accommodation bookings, and many others. So,
Yes.
yeah, so we want to reiterate that you must register your program before you start your program in particular college or universities. That means from January 25, if you are starting, you must register your program to begin your studies in
So that would be from reading your mails regularly, because make sure that you make habit of checking
yeah
your mails minutely. Every time you get mails from college or university, you may have some important updates. You may have to include your information there. And if you face difficulty in understanding or comprehending that particular email, you are welcome to contact your respective counselor and they will guide you further. So that was about the course registration. Please be informed, unless you register the course, you are not eligible to start the program, the intake. So this is very important. So make sure you do this. Some colleges, may not have like strong rules for course registrations, while some university and college may have a deadline and consent form applications. So that is why it is very important that you register course on time. So that was about the course registration. So Mr. Kurel, let's talk about PAL validity. Some students, they may have applied for January intake or let's say September. So if they are reapplying, so how long the PAL actually remains valid?
yeah so the PAL we have received until now is valid for January 25, in a January whole month in coming 2025. So if you had applied, for example, January, and you are deferring for the program and reapplying, or in this situation, your PAL is still valid. But once you are not able to get your decision even within the month of January 25, you have to opt a new provincial attestation later PAL. So we will update you. But as of now, your PAL is valid only until January 25.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Kader. So let's move to another topic, that is on spousal open work permit.
Yeah.
Those who have applied for a master's degree, spousal, their decision also is maybe negative. And while for PG diploma also, after 10 months, they may have got rejections. So in this situation, those who are studying masters, they are eligible to reapply and they can further strengthen their application and lose visa.
Yeah.
However, for PG diploma spouse, yeah, so they may have different circumstances due to recent changes. Yeah. So Mr. Karel, so what is our advice for them? Because if they have to wait another year, it's going to be very long for them. They will have to live separately for at least 1 year. So in this case, is there any resolution that we can advise to our spouse of the students?
Yes. So actually, those who are already studying master's degree programs, doctoral degree, they don't have any problem in reapplying for their spousal visa. But for those students who went for PG and those who went to diploma programs, And if their spousal's visa got rejected recently, then the chances of reapplying on the same program is kind of difficult. So our advice is you complete your studies in Canada, you apply for your PGWP, and then you can apply for your spousal visa. So that is what regular recommendation is. But for example, if you went for 1 year PG programs and you completed that, but you want to get your spousal with you, you have to go for master's degree. That is another option. 1 year you completed already, so next year program you can go for MBA, and with MBA or master's degree you can by default get your rights to apply for your spousal visa. So those students who have gone for diploma, either you can wait until you get your PGWP, or you can also think of applying certain bachelor's degree programs. That means bachelor's in engineering, bachelor's in nursing, bachelor's education. These kind of bachelor's programs are also eligible for you to apply for your spousal visa. So if you can take the risk of applying your study permit, because November 8th they changed the rules. If you are changing your programs, if you are changing your DLI, you have to apply for the new study permit within Canada. So if you are in situation of this, you can do so. Or you are completing your plus 2 in Nepal, and you have made your mind to study in Canada, and you want to take your spousal with you. That means you have still choice. You can apply for bachelor's of engineering, bachelor's in education, and nursing. So these three categories undergrad programs still can get your spousal visa. The spousal open work permit. So these are the solutions. So you should not be worried. Okay, I'm going to Canada, but since I'm not applying for master's degree, I may not be eligible to apply for my spousal visa. That means we have this solution. Always visit us in our Goreto head office, Kumari Party, 𝐖𝐞𝐥𝐤 and our consultants would be giving you the ideas. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Kandel. So let's now talk about MBA in TRU. TRU is a premium public university. So could you please tell us more about, the university, eligibility for admissions, this particular university, Mr. Kandel?
Particularly why we are mentioning TRU is because you have a lot of students at the moment who are applying to different institutions. For example, UCW, UNFC, Kandel, 𝐼𝐵U, which are a little bit flexible in terms of admissions. But if your academics are really great, I would personally recommend you to apply to Thompson Rivers University, TRU, which is in British Columbia, Kamloops. And you can also apply to Cape Breton University Master's MBA program. But in Cape Breton, you need to meet GMAT, which is likely to be remote. That would not be the requirement very soon. Yeah, we have these two universities as well. These are public universities, and they compare to tuition fees, which are also affordable. But only thing in TRU, you need to have IELTS 6.5. So if you have this, and if you have 70% or 3 GPA in your bachelor's degree, let's apply to this college at this universities, because studying at public university would be a different experience. So these are the options we have. Not only other private institutions, but also we have these two institutions which are really affordable. So that's why we are giving these ideas to you.
Yes. So that was all about for this episode. Thank you very much for being with us.
Yeah.
We'll come next week with more updates. Till then, signing off with Mr.
I think, yeah. So we are always, hopeful that Canada would be implementing various rules and regulations, policies, which will be great for international students. For example, recently, they are allowing, international students to work 24 hours per week. This is earlier it was 20 hours, but they have increased. when they are managing other in-house preparations, for example housings and jobs. Okay, maybe they have internal preparation, so they want to make sure your experience in Canada is going to be great. So there are both great things, great opportunities, and sometimes every country can implement its own immigration policy to control immigrants. So we should not be hopeless. We are very hopeful in the coming months, coming years. Canada would be giving more priority to international students and much visa approvals and study permit approvals for international students. So be hopeful. Let's apply to Canada, but with very genuine guidelines. Okay, so you are not suggested to just apply to Canada. Know merits and demerits, what are the good things and what are the bad things. So you need to understand everything, and if you are again financially okay, apply to Canada, and your experience, your education in Canada would be very great. Having said this, you have anything?
No, that's all.
Thank you
I
very much.
conclude.
Yeah, having you guys supporting us is very wonderful thing. Keep supporting, keep loving us, and see you. Take care and have a great Friday. Bye bye.